This short video is going to take you through two of our favourite tools. The first one is all about helping you find content that you can share on your social media channels. Importantly, content that your audience will enjoy and get value from. And the second one is a simple scheduler that we use so that you can fill up your time slots throughout the week for all of the different social media channels that you use. So let's get started. If you don't already have a Feedly account, you can set one up for free by going to feedly.com and just clicking on this big green button. Once you've set up your account, you'll need to come in and tell Feedly which publications you want to pull articles from. To do that, you're going to click at the bottom corner where it says Add Content and select Publications and Blogs. Here you can search for topics or scroll through the ones suggested. When you find the publications that you think are valuable, select Follow, and then at this point you can organise them into different topics. So for example, we have ours separated into business, digital tech, education and keyword alerts. That way we can come in and look at the exact topic we want to focus on and schedule from there. If you look down the side here, you'll see how many publications we are currently pulling in from just for our digital tech section. It gives us lots of choice and lots of variation in terms of the publications, but they're all trusted resources. And this is what you need to do for your own industry or sector. If you can't find the publication that you're looking for, go to the publication itself and copy and paste the URL. If the website has a feed, Feedly will be able to recognise it and then you can just select it from the search results. Please bear in mind that if you subscribe to publications that are behind a paywall where you have to log in to access the content, you're not going to be able to pull them through to your RSS reader. Now that you're set up, all you need to do when you're looking for content to share is come into your Feedly account, select the section you want to read from. In this case, I'm going to click on Digital Tech and scroll through the most recent stories. If you spot something that you think your followers would enjoy, click on the headline so that you can see the article in the original website. This just helps you to check exactly what's around the article and make sure that you're happy with sharing it. Read it thoroughly before you schedule it to share with your audience. And this is where we need to swap over to the second tool that we mentioned, which is Buffer. Now there are other scheduling tools available. You may have heard of Hootsuite and various others, but we're just going to show you how to use Buffer at the moment just to keep things simple. Again, you can set up a free account with Buffer just by going to buffer.com, just in the same way you do with Feedly. And you're just going to click on this option in the middle to sign up for free. Once you're set up, you'll need to add the social media accounts that you want to use Buffer for. You'll see with my account we have multiple channels, but the free version only lets you add 2. By clicking on Connect More, you can select which channels you want to schedule for. So pick the 2 that you use most often until you get used to scheduling, and then you might decide to expand. So for your LinkedIn profile, you would click here and connect your LinkedIn profile. Here for Twitter, and you have 3 options for Facebook: your own Facebook profile, a company page, or even scheduling to a group. After you've joined up your accounts, you need to add something called a browser extension. This is the biggest time-saving thing you can do. So I'm going to click on My Account, Browser and Extensions. Now because I've already added my extension, there are no buttons available for me here. But what will happen is if you access buffer.com while using Chrome or Firefox, you'll see there's an option in this white space that says Add my extension to my browser. That means that you'll then see this little button. Notice how it's the same Buffer logo. I'm going to come back to this in a second, but it's important that you add it to your browser now. The next thing we need to do is actually identify your schedule. So pick the account down the side that you want to organise and select Schedule at the top. And here is where, if the day is in blue, that means you'll have a time slot. You can untick so that you don't post on that day. So you decide exactly when you're going to post. You'll notice for my LinkedIn personal profile here, I've got Monday to Friday and one posting time every weekday. Now, if I don't have anything in my schedule, that's completely fine. Nothing goes out. Content will only be sent out to my channels if I have decided to share a piece of content. And how do you know if there's something scheduled to go out? If you select content at the top here, you'll see it in the timeline. And as you can see here, I don't currently have anything scheduled for LinkedIn. Now I would do the same thing for my Twitter. Select schedule, decide the days of the week and how many times per day, and do the same for any of your other accounts. Now at that point, you've got the basic setup. So let's pop back to Feedly and see how we can make this connection again. Okay, so back in Feedly, we've got this article that we know we want to share. Again, we're going to click on the headline so that we can open the article on its native website. And this time, you should have this little buffer button at the top of your browser. I'm going to select that. And notice that it pulls through this overlay. This is your scheduler. Now at the moment, the two accounts that are highlighted are Twitter and Facebook company pages. I'm going to change that to my personal Twitter and LinkedIn. So for Twitter, it's pulled through the article headline, it's pulled through the link, and I can choose to identify one of the images from the article to include. Now, if I'm not happy with any of those images, I could also upload my own image to share at this point. I'm going to click into LinkedIn. It's done the same thing, and you'll see that it's pulled through an image. And again, I can click through the options to change the image if I want to, or replace the link with my own image. Now I need to decide if I just want to add it straight into the next available time slot, the time slots we set up a second ago, or I can share it now, share it next, which puts it to the front of the queue if you've got a number of things, or click Schedule Post and pick a very specific date and time to share. For this example, I'm just going to click Add to Queue. And then let's look and see what that looks like in your buffer. So you'll remember that I scheduled it for LinkedIn and Twitter, and it's gone into the next available time slot. So for LinkedIn, that's 3 minutes past 12 tomorrow. Now here I have different options. So if I'd scheduled more posts, I could swap them around by dragging and dropping. I can edit if I'm not happy with the wording. If I want it to go out straight away, I can click Share Now. Or if I want to get rid of it altogether, I just click Delete. And again here we can see it waiting to go out on Twitter. Same options, I could swap it around, edit or delete. The other thing to remember now that you've added the buffer extension to your web browser is that you can actually just schedule from any page on the internet. So if you happen to be looking at your own website or another news website and you see an article you want to share, just click on the article, go to your extension, and you have the same options. So you don't always have to use Feedly, you just have Feedly as a kind of homepage for all of the different publications that you would usually visit separately. So it's just a way of collating all of the relevant content into one place. And if you want to keep organised, it's a good idea to use Feedly on your mobile or on your tablet so that you can just check every day for things that you find interesting or useful. When it comes to scheduling, set some time in your calendar at the beginning of the week and schedule all of your updates across different social media channels Monday to Friday. And that way you can come in on Friday and check your scheduler's analytics, which live here. And you'll be able to see from the content you've shared how many likes, clicks, mentions or responses you've had to the content that's been shared. And this is how you'll start to build a picture of what your followers are actually engaging with and what they enjoy most. So there you have it. 2 great tools to keep you organised so that you don't have to struggle to find relevant things to share, and also so that you can bulk schedule and your time isn't taken up by visiting social networks every single day when you just can't keep on top of things.